Okay, we're going to take a look at our third type of factorising. And the third type of factorising is called quadratics. And we know it's our third type because there's always going to be three parts to it. There's always going to be a letter squared plus a number by that same letter and then another number. So there's three parts: the letter squared, the number by the letter, and then another number. The first thing that we need to do here is we're going to find the factors of the last number, so the factors of 12. So out at the side here, I'm going to write my 12 and I'm going to find the factors. Now I draw the little t because I'm looking for what's called paired factors. So what I mean by factors it's the multiple, the things that multiply to give me 12. And by paired factors, what I mean there is if I'm using 12, I'll have 12 and 1, that's my pairing. I could also have 3 and 4, that's another pairing, or I could have 6 and 2, that's my last pairing for 12. So the ones of those that I pick are the ones that add to give me this middle term. So it's the numbers that multiply to give the last term, that add to give the middle term. So if I check and see 1 and 12 aren't going to work, 3 and 4 won't work, 6 and 2 are the ones that are going to work. So they're the ones that I'm going to use. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to rewrite out my sum. I'll keep my x squared the way it is, but I'm changing the 8x to be the 2 that I've multiplied. So the 6x and the 2x. And the last thing that I write in there is my plus 12. So all I have done here is I have found the numbers that multiply to give me 12, that add to give me 8, and I've swapped the 8 out to make those 2. Because now what I have is what we looked at in type 2. I have something that I can do a grouping with. I can take my first 2, so I can split it down the middle, same as we were doing the last day, and I'm going to take out what's common from the first 2. And if I'm looking here, I can see x is common in the first 2. I'll open my bracket, I'll be left with an x and a plus 6. If I look at my last 2, I can see that 2 is common. I take out my 2, I open my bracket, I have x plus 12 divided by 2 gives me 6. So I know that I have my right answer, my two brackets are the same. I'll write my bracket out once, and then the other bracket I have x plus 2. And there is my answer. Okay, so if you want to give a go of the questions on page 51, you're going to do question 12 up to question 18.